Think of the human body as a massive, continuously running energy grid. Every heartbeat, every firing neuron, every muscle contraction requires power, and the microscopic power plants supplying that energy to virtually every cell in your body are the mitochondria. Inside these mitochondria is a mechanism called the electron transport chain. CoQ10 acts as the conductor. It directs the flow of electrons between different chemical complexes, generating the electrical gradient needed to produce that ATP. Without enough CoQ10 on the podium, the electrons stop flowing. The orchestra goes quiet. As we age, this natural assembly line simply slows down, and our baseline production of CoQ10 drops with it. Then there is the impact of medication. Many older adults take statins to lower their cholesterol. Because statins work by deliberately inhibiting that exact same mevalonate pathway, they inevitably crash the body's circulating levels of CoQ10 in the process. This specific depletion leads directly to the physical fatigue and statin-induced myopathic symptoms frequently observed in clinical practice. The standard clinical intervention to address both statin-induced depletion and age-related mitochondrial decline is oral CoQ10 supplementation. The continuous delivery of micellized CoQ10 directly restores the endogenous supply depleted by their medication, specifically targeting myopathic symptoms. A 2022 meta-analysis of 13 randomized controlled trials confirmed a significant dose-response reduction in fatigue symptoms, reporting a Hedges G of -0.398. To maximize this ATP production, the matrix include Panax ginseng extract. The formula incorporates an intentionally specific titrated dose of 25 milligrams. At this precise dose, the active ginsenosides promote mitochondrial biogenesis. They force the cell to increase both the absolute number and the processing efficiency of its mitochondria. Higher standard doses of ginseng can trigger adverse sympathetic nervous system effects, like insomnia or hypertension. Combining maximum absorption CoQ10 with ginseng biogenesis creates a multiplier effect. The matrix upgrades the cell's fuel delivery pipeline while expanding the engine itself. Coenzyme Q10 is a naturally lipophilic molecule. When introduced to the aqueous environment of the gastrointestinal tract, these fat-soluble molecules clump together. They are mechanically repelled by the fluid, semi-permeable barrier of the gut lining. ROVITAC Q bypasses this specific pharmacological hurdle. The capsule houses a strategic delivery matrix composed of over 80% functional lipid-soluble nutrients. The formulation begins with its primary active ingredient, 150 milligrams of fermentation-derived eubidecrenone, the stable form of CoQ10. The CoQ10 is dissolved within a high-concentration fluid matrix, specifically 600 milligrams of sacha inchi oil and 167 milligrams of olive oil. The functional lipids encapsulate the lipophilic CoQ10 molecules, facilitating the formation of spherical structures called micelles. These micelles act as a strategic transport vehicle. They shield the CoQ10, allowing it to seamlessly bypass the watery mucosal barrier and absorb efficiently into the intestinal lining. By engineering the micellization process directly into the lipid environment of the capsule, the formulation guarantees the systemic distribution required to reach clinical endpoints. Once absorbed, the CoQ10 travels to its target destination. CoQ10 is powerful on its own, but ROVITAC Q includes 105 micrograms of vitamin K2 to act as its critical synergistic partner. Biologically, vitamin K2 directly enhances CoQ10's function at the mitochondria. If CoQ10 is the soloist producing energy, vitamin K2 is the brass section elevating the performance. But vitamin K2 also has a vital secondary mechanism all its own. It acts as a biological traffic cop, actively redirecting calcium away from cardiovascular arteries, where it causes dangerous calcification, and routing it straight into the porous structure of your bones. The 600 milligrams of sacha inchi oil also plays a dual role. It serves as the primary lipid delivery vehicle, but it carries its own active metabolic properties. Sacha inchi oil contains an exceptionally high volume of alpha-linolenic acid. This omega-3 fatty acid activates PPAR-gamma, a crucial receptor for vital insulin sensitization. Furthermore, the lower molecular weight peptides in the oil exhibit angiotensin-converting enzyme, or ACE, inhibitory activity. Human trials indicate significant reductions in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, alongside improved HDL and LDL cholesterol ratios. The protocol is one softgel daily. Patients can bite the softgel prior to swallowing for a more immediate energy response. The active ingredients maintain a high tolerability threshold. CoQ10 is documented as safe up to 1,200 milligrams per day, and exogenous supplementation does not inhibit endogenous biosynthesis. There is one strict contraindication. This formulation cannot be freely mixed with anticoagulant therapy. So we arrive at the optimal state. The cellular membrane is easily breached, the mitochondria are flushed with ATP, and that critical biological rhythm is fully restored. This intervention targets older adults with impaired mitochondrial function, post-illness patients recovering strength, and those depleted by statins. It's also engineered to push VO2 max limits and actively enhance athletic performance, as unleashing your chi. It's a poetic way to describe the process of translating microscopic biochemical victories into macroscopic human vitality.